Bali Oracle.
Hello, Miss Cat.
How are you? How are you?
I'm really good. I'm
Good.
good. It's a sunny autumn day in Melbourne,
Yes.
and the sky is blue. The clouds are looking magnificent, and it's a full moon.
Yeah. And
So
it's
the
chill.
energy is definitely ramped up at the moment, and I'm sure a lot of people out there,
Yeah.
that might make a lot of sense to people out there at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
All
gonna
is well.
share. Yeah, I'm gonna share. Get some people in the room.
Oh, I'm trying to find people in the room.
We have a viewer. Or is that you on your phone?
That could be me. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just trying.
yeah, it's you then. That's okay. We'll do some sharing. It's chilly here today.
Well, yes, that this is the thing for me. I'm not used to the coolness
I know, because you're from
that's
Bali.
in Melbourne. Yeah, and
Bali.
what happens too is that when you live in the tropics, your blood thins. So, I mean, it's a beautiful change for me because I get to wear layers and amazing colours, winter and so forth. But the breeze is definitely something that I have an issue with.
What do you have an issue with?
Just that wind, that Arctic cold wind that comes through. I'm just trying to get the actual show on my phone, but I can't seem to grab it.
Did you refresh? And
Oh,
yeah, I had to refresh.
that could be it.
Hello, we have another viewer. Hello. We're just doing some sharing to get some more viewers in the room. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, here we go. We're on. So yes, coming to you from Melbourne, autumn, during a full moon. I think it's a pink moon. It's a super moon.
Yeah, pink, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite special as well.
Yeah.
There's been lots of beautiful, amazing activities been going on. There was the World Meditation on Sunday. I don't know if any of the viewers here participated in that, but that was quite powerful. They were actually asking for 1 million meditators all around the world. And it was amazing because what happened is the Schumann's resonance during that day went up extremely high.
Yeah.
So the Schumann resonance is the electromagnetic field around the planet. And we have our own electromagnetic field around us. And it's normally measured at 7.38. And some people call it the heartbeat of the earth.
Yeah.
And during that day of meditation, it went up to, I think, 76.
Wow.
So and when you actually see this visual picture of the colors, you see this massive white band. And that definitely shows that as a community, as a whole, everybody meditating at the same time. It's so, so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Of course. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone else, for watching. We have a special tonight. Well, their readings usually 35. They're 1997 tonight. And yes, we have that. And if you want to subscribe, you win a prize at the website too. So please subscribe.
Absolutely. And so we're actually just about to hit 11:11 here. So again, more synchronicity.
Yeah, we are too. We meant to make a wish out, yeah, and not tell anyone.
Yeah, and confirmation. So
excuse me.
Good timing, if anything.
Yeah, it's 11:10. So what will I wish for? I know what I wish for. I'm not going to say because I don't want to talk about it.
I think I've got a list of wishes. Actually, I'm slowly working through them. And this is the perfect time now to really understand that we are all manifestors, and we can definitely start to plant the seeds on what we want to bring into our lives. So it's divine timing, definitely.
Yeah.
So tell me, when someone actually posts a message, they just put it, I can see it on the screen here with you.
Yeah, I can put it up there. Yeah, so that, there's, you said hi to Teresa. Sorry, Teresa. Hi to Cardinal Water.
Cardinal Water.
From YouTube. Hello. Please subscribe if you want to win a prize at our website. Thank you for watching. So, Bali Oracle, you're in Melbourne at the moment, but you do also live in Bali.
Yeah, I go in between.
Yeah,
in between places at the moment. So
yeah.
yes, and I came here, and because of what's going on, I'm kind of in Melbourne, but I completely and utterly trust that I'm meant to be here.
Yeah.
And everything kind of unfolded naturally for me to be here, and I trust that completely.
But you're used to such hot weather.
I know. That's the thing. This is the thing that really, I mean, I've got a winter wardrobe that I keep permanently in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly having to recycle that winter wardrobe completely. Yes, the full moon. Dante, I saw it. I could barely see it last night because in Melbourne it's quite cloudy. But for us today, the full moon Melbourne time is 12:35 p.m. So tonight it might be quite strong. And if weather permitting, I'm hoping to have a little fire in my backyard and do a bit of releasing around a fire for the full moon.
I loved your last show too, and you were in Bali and you showed us your backyard. Yeah, I love that. Next time you do a show from Bali, your house, you're gonna have to put it again.
Actually, I might do it in the garden next time because that would be perfect.
In Bali,
especially because there's a lot of butterflies in the garden.
Yeah,
and like massive ones. Sometimes it just amazes me. I've got a lot of squirrels that come down as well.
Oh, really?
In the coconut trees, and lizards, like small ones and then little bigger ones. So definitely I will do that for sure. And yes, Dante, I think it is the actual pink moon, so it's quite, and I think too, because the air is cleared so much because there hasn't been much air travel. If you're lucky enough to be in a place where it's quite clear at night, the moon should be even more magnificent without any pollution disrupting the actual view.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Those who just joined us, this is Bali Oracle, and I'm just doing readings tonight. In 1997, we have a special. They're usually 35, but we have a special tonight. All week, and our trees are saying yes, beautiful dragons.
Yes, the ones in my garden. Actually, during the world meditation on Sunday, I saw the dragons quite clear, so they were quite present as well. I don't know if some of our viewers were involved in the meditation on Sunday. I think there are a few more that are coming up as well. I think it's a great opportunity to connect as a community and bring in some powerful, positive energy to affect the land and the people. And this is it, we're all connected and we're starting to acknowledge and honor that. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's so cool. Very powerful. So thank you for joining. I think it's quite late at night at your end of the world. It's 11:15 in the morning here in Melbourne. It's a beautiful autumn day, and I'm definitely going to take a walk this afternoon because I'm very rarely here during autumn. So for me, when I see the leaves changing, the trees changing, the colours, it just really fills my cup, it fills my heart. And because I don't see it often, I'm very grateful when I do see it. And even simple things like flowers, because I do live mainly in the tropics, we only have a wet season and a dry season. So to actually witness the 4 seasons in Melbourne is quite special for me. there's a lot of flowers I know that will start to appear that I rarely see, once every 2-3 years. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And one of the things I noticed too in autumn is that the colours just are so different. The sky's different. It's like, there's a filter on the whole scape, and it's quite beautiful. And as Kat was saying, we've got a special on at the moment. Before the mini readings were $35, but now they're down to $19.97 for a mini reading. So if you're wanting to gift yourself, please do. A slight pause there as I'm reading the messages. And how is everyone else this evening? I think most of you guys are actually over there, so a different time zone. So what are you on? You're on Tuesday night, Tuesday evening. And here I am on a Wednesday. A Wednesday evening. So, as I said before, full moon. I think I'm not quite sure actually. I think it's a full moon in Libra. I'll do some research today and see what some of the astrologers that I follow will have online in regards to specific breakups of the planets and so forth. I'm not an astrologer, but it's such a different language altogether. But I do follow a few people that resonate with me, and it's great to hear their perspective on it. Even though it's planets, it's amazing how it kind of like mirrors for me personally on what's going on in my field energetically. So it's great to connect to that sort of thing, and it's interesting how there are a lot of tarot readers now that I know who are definitely getting into more and more astrology, studying it. I mean, for me, I've tried to grasp the concept of it, but it's so out there. It's a whole different language. It definitely requires more of the left brain to come into play, and I'm more of a right brain sort of a person. But I've bought books before on astrology, but it's just easier if I just sit back and allow an expert to speak about what's going on, and then I feel whether it resonates with me or not. So we've got a few new viewers online. This is Melbourne. It's autumn. It's a beautiful kind of sunny day. I mean, it's still quite crisp and fresh. I'm still not used to that because I'm mainly in the tropics. It's difficult to adjust. It's taking me a bit of time. I mean, I've got 3 covers when I go to sleep. I've got 2 tops, pajama pants, socks. I'm still waking up cold. So, I mean, we're moving, winter is coming. So slowly I'm hoping my body will definitely adapt to the season of winter. And how else is everybody? Where are we calling from? The guests who are listening at the moment. Where are you from? I take it you're from America? Or does everyone just have this in the background playing? Maybe we could introduce some sort of group meditation at some point. Just an idea worth throwing. It seems a lot more people are open to new ideas at the moment. There's a lot of innovation and creativeness happening at the moment, which I think is quite interesting. and really positive. People having to think outside the box, and it's just all about adapting and accepting. So that I feel is extremely important. I have noticed there is a lot more creativeness and innovation, and I think it's one of the best things about being these humans is that we do have that possibility. We do have the ability to be innovative, to definitely take a situation and flip it, and perhaps not necessarily everybody, but there are definitely some new, you'll start to recognise on who can do that, and they, I feel, perhaps could be the new pioneers who are seeding the new information that we need at this moment. And yes, Kentucky, USA. I've never been to the States. I'm definitely curious, and I would definitely like to go there in a couple of years. I'm definitely predicting that. It seems, I want to see it and feel it, basically, rather than see it through the TV, through a movie, through a show. I want to be able to actually experience it there myself. I'm quite fascinated by it at the moment. I never used to be, but I am currently. I find there's a lot of interesting, like everything else. You know, it's you can't put everybody in the same basket. So that's definitely on my bucket list. Kentucky, USA. And can you see the full moon as well, Teresa? Sure, I'm not very good at time zones. I think you guys, how many hours behind? I think 17 hours behind or something. I'm not quite sure. So yes, what are we in? We're in Wednesday. It's a full moon in Libra, I think. Maybe someone can correct me on that one. Not quite sure. I hope everyone's feeling at peace, flow. We're being forced to be, which is good. It's kind of like a retreat. I've been doing a lot of cooking, so for me, that I love cooking, and I've got time to do it now. And gardening, that constantly keeps me connected to the land, whether I'm in Melbourne or whether I'm in Bali. And I feel that's very important, to keep connected, to keep grounded. So I've been like doing all these little seedlings and things. But the only problem is that there's a lot of actual seedlings that have been sold out. So I've just been working with the seeds that I have. And also when I've been cutting up vegetables, I've been keeping the tops and trying to grow them. So I've been watching a few YouTube clips about that, which is great. It's great to see all these, again, people being innovative and kind of like, you know, when you use an onion, you can cut it here and you can put it in water and it'll grow and blah, 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 which I think is fantastic. 8:34. Okay, that's pretty decent. That's many hours. So, yeah. Would anybody else like to share anything? No? I'm still getting used to this whole thing of, you know, just talking live. I haven't done many shows But it's definitely a platform that I would like to experience more often, which I will be, because I've got time for that now. And it's kind of like, do I just keep talking or not? I don't know what to say. Out of things. I feel like I should read you a quote from a book or something, but I won't. But I'll just say trust. Trust. It's kind of like I'd like everybody to have a word and sit with that word every 2 days and say that word often throughout the day. So something like trust, I've noticed for me, that word trust has been so strong in the last week. And I'm living it, I'm breathing it, trust, trust. And what it does for me personally, it just allows me to trust, to hand things over to the universe, to source, and to trust that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. With that, when you embody that word, or for me personally, I'm just coming from experience, when I embody the word of trust, I learn how to release, let go of control, knowing that there is a higher intelligence outside of myself, and that I am human, and I honour and acknowledge being human, but I also have a trust in a higher intelligence, and I hand that over. I just trust, and it's during those moments where it gives me massive blocks of peace, and I can sit more presently in the moment. Hi, Sarah. Yes, I very rarely come on live, but now I've got time to. So, and I do want to, I'm ready to step up, basically. I've been avoiding it for decades. I've been wanting to be invisible, but apparently not. The invisible cloak isn't working anymore. Oops. So, yeah, it's surreal, but it's good. It's good. Again, just trust. I think trust too as well is very much connected to surrender. And what I find too personally, I don't know what you guys are like, but when I do go through a massive phase in understanding and a deeper awareness of trust and surrender, the script ends up being written in the most amazing way. I mean, I think I can control certain things, but then when I actually hand it over, it just ends up being amazing, written up in an amazing way. And that kind of confirms that, yeah, I need to work on more on this trust and surrender and keeping the faith. And I think keeping faith is very important. And faith can be defined in so many different ways. There's no right or wrong. What works for you might not work for another person. But the actual energy of faith is so grounding. It's powerful. It's potent. It can fuel you. It can fill your cup. It can fill your heart. And it gives you a different perspective. It's like wearing another lens and how you view the world. And that's the kind of work that I do. I don't basically like to call myself a fortune teller. I'm not going to tell you your dog's name's Sam and that you got 3 cats. What I'm here to do is basically remind you of your potential, remind you of your divinity within you, to help you break certain patterns and programs and cycles that no longer serve you. I'm here to get you to remember who you truly are. You're not your job. You're not your religion. You're not your age, where you come from. You're more than that. They're just layers, they're just exteriors. So I'm here to remind you of what's underneath all that. Oh, so yes, here I am bantering on in another language, perhaps. But yeah. So what else, lovely people? $19.97. The prices have been lowered actually. But if you're interested in a reading, mini reading, and then there's also the readings on the website. You can find me via that. Like I said, Sarah, I'm still feeling new, and I'm still, trying to feel. I'm comfortable, but this is new for me. I do like readings regularly, in person and online, and healings, but this is a bit different going live. It's quite fascinating, actually, and I think it's great. The technology is amazing. It's really quiet in here. Maybe it's the full moon, the energy of the full moon. Very strong. And full moon's fantastic for releasing certain things. Even if you, in silence at home, write a list of certain things that you want to release, that you want to move out of your quantum field, and you want to bring in. You want space for other things to come in. You can always write these things up, do a short meditation, and then just burn that paper, and then bury the ashes. Okay, so Teresa, how are you coping with everything? I'm coping quite well. I'm doing what keeps me balanced and grounded. So I'm cooking. I love to cook. I'm sewing. I'm fixing things. I've got some art and craft things that I want to do. I have been doing some planting. I want to actually do a mural in the toilet and do that with my daughter. So I'm doing things that I enjoy, things that fill my cup, things that are very creative, things that are close to my heart, because this is the thing, I want to connect more in here at the moment. I'm not wanting to connect here. I need to understand what's going on in here, and I hear what's going on, and that comes through here, but a lot of the things that I'm doing are keeping me in that space of the awakened heart field. And that definitely makes a huge difference for me. And I notice that some are not, it's finding what works for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for somebody else, but for me it works. Even things like, sometimes I'll do nothing. I'm giving myself permission all day to do nothing. And that is not, it's very, very rare to actually give yourself permission to do nothing. Walks, even just lying down on the grass and just looking at the sky for a couple of hours and doing nothing. yeah, the getting out in the woods, that's fantastic. I've got a river next to me as well, Teresa, and it's beautiful how you notice. I've noticed a difference. I don't know if you have, Teresa, but when you go out now, there seems to be a lot more stillness kind of in the area. There's not as many cars, there's not as many noise, there's not as many planes. So you really get to hear the birds, you really get to hear the movement of the trees and the leaves. And I feel as a collective we've forgotten that. We're starting to go back to remember that. And those beautiful natural sounds is what keeps us grounded. And it's quite special, I find. So if anyone has access to nature, it's a definite, it's medicine, basically. That's what it is. I think I've got the cat scratching on my door. Or it could be just the creaking of the wood. We're a bit quiet tonight, but that, again, like I said, it could be the full moon. Well, it's back to being simple. I feel too.
Hello.
Hey.
It's very quiet.
I know. It's like so still, just like it is outside.
We're going to end the show.
Okay.
It's 20 to 12 midday here. And
well, I'm back tomorrow anyway at a different time slot, I think. I think tomorrow is
usually this time is not too bad. And what's the day? It's Wednesday here, so Tuesday in the States. So I don't know if there's anything going on there tonight. I don't know what's going on, but it's very quiet.
I think it's just
I'll come back in a moment and end the show. I'm just going to take a call, an important call.
Okay.
Hold on 1 sec.
Teresa, I'm fine.
Oh,
wow. Very blessed. You're very blessed indeed, Teresa.
Hold on, I'll be 1 sec.
Very, very blessed. I'm actually in Melbourne. I've got a place in a city, but it's quite close to the river and bushland. But definitely in the next couple of years, I'm looking to go semi-rural because I want to grow my own vegetables and do all that sort of thing. And be connected again to more of the land. Thank you, Teresa. You too. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy the full moon. Enjoy.
Thank you for your show tonight, Annick.
Okay, thank you, Kat. And I think I'm on tomorrow, but we'll just take it from there.
Yeah, we will. And thank you for watching, everyone. And we will see you again tomorrow. Everyone have a great night, day, wherever you are. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.